Yeah, the title of a book is really important, and you sort of know when you've got the title, and you also know when you're using a title if it isn't quite right. And sometimes titles come to you right at the beginning, and they help drive the creation of the book. In this case, I had just had a working title, a very pragmatic one. I think it was called Angel Book, you know, just so I knew what I was talking about. Then I had another title, and it still didn't feel right. And then I had another title again, which was kind of an art term called chiaroscuro, which is about light and dark. And it suited the book in some ways, but it was potentially a bit of an obscure word. And so it never felt quite right either. And then finally I settled on the word Unforgotten because it sounded right, and I think titles have to sound good. So if someone talks about it, it sounds good when they say it, but also it needs to have that attractive quality so that people hear that title or see that title written down and want to know more about the book that it's the title of. So with Unforgotten, that seemed to strike a chord. When I first thought of it, I actually wasn't sure it was a real word. I thought it might have been a kind of clumsy use of a prefix and the word forgotten, but it turns out it is a real word. But in my mind, to me, it meant to unforget something. So if you've forgotten something, it was a process of reversing that forgetting like if you went and saw a movie and you wish you hadn't, you could unsee it. It was kind of like unforgetting something, and that was a bit of a theme in the book about what's been lost and forgotten, and how this sort of angel figure had come to ground and then somehow slowly been forgotten too by the people around it. And so there was a need for remembering. So there was this idea of forgetting and remembering, and that was the thinking behind the title. That it meant those things to me and touched on those themes in the book, but also sounded right for the book too, and looks pretty good when you set it on the cover as well.